I have like this horrible ring in my ear right now, and I can't. I swear I have tinnitus. Is that what it's called? Tinnitus?
Yeah. The ringing in the ear, right? Yeah.
And it bothers me so much, bro. Like, dead ass. Last night I was laying in bed, and it was super late because I was up studying.
Yeah.
And so it was like 3 a.m. And I laid in bed and I said, "Fuck this! I'm done studying. I'm just gonna lay down. I'm gonna go to bed. And I'm gonna wake up for my stupid class at 7:30. Whatever." I lay down, and I'm like laying there, and there comes the ringing in my ear. Ugh. And it's like this high pitch, like,
yeah.
And like that's all I could hyper focus on. But last night it was different.
Okay.
Because that ringing came up. I was like, "What the fuck?" And I do this thing where I just like really fast shove my ear, like and when I was
finger
doing
your
that,
ear,
when I was finger blasting my ear, I swear I heard somebody in the corner of my room say,
"Oh, on the couch." One day we won't have to go to say it. We'll just know when to say it. We won't have to go and also turn towards the camera.
Bro, don't breathe that hard, you know.
Did you know?
What was that?
That was my water.
Was that your pussy?
No, bro, that was my pussy bopping.
My pussy's barking, bro. That's just barking.
What can I say, bro? It's been a long day, all right?
You know what? It has been a while since we've seen each other.
It's kind of crazy to me that even though we live together, we almost went this whole week until literally today without seeing each other.
When was the last time I saw you?
Probably Sunday. I think it was Sunday. Because it was right before you went to school. And then Monday morning, I woke up and you were gone at school. And when I got home, you were asleep. So I just went straight to bed too. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, I did the exact same shit.
I like how you remember. You like kept track.
Because it was so strange to me.
When was the last time I saw my boyfriend?
It was so strange to
like,
me.
When was the last time I saw my boyfriend? You're like, I miss cuddling with him. I get it. I missed you too.
It was strange to me because I was like, damn, this never happened when, like, from January to now. Like, we always somehow just saw each other, whether it was at night or in the morning. She's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" You know? And then I was like, what if he's dead and I don't even know it? It's like, bro, what if he just died and, like, I didn't even notice?
My room is, like, always closed sometimes, too.
So I'm like,
I never hear a sound from my room. And my decaying body's just laying in there.
For real.
Picking up flies and maggots. And you're like, what's that smell? Maybe I should throw the garbage today.
But funny enough, yesterday I heard you like in the kitchen doing your thing, and I was like, "Oh, he's alive."
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you're doing. I was just doing my own thing. I thought about going out, but I was already like laying down listening to my guided meditation. I've been listening to that to bed now.
That's what you're listening to?
Yeah. Did you hear it?
You know, it's the weirdest thing because I wake up like at 4 a.m. And like, you know how you wake up and you have that urge to drink water? Like, water hits different when it's like 3 a.m.
You literally come. Straight up, like
delicious water. I've never
that
had
water's
it like
coming
this
straight in,
before.
Being turned into cum somehow and going straight out.
So I wake up in the middle of the night and I'll walk my little fat ass, right, into that kitchen. And as I pass your room, I just hear. It's like I have my own soundtrack walking into the kitchen, and sometimes there's like, and I think you're watching like YouTube videos.
Sometimes, yeah.
So I didn't know you're watching guided meditation.
Now I am. I just started like 2 days ago. Okay. Because I was like, binaural beats ain't doing it no more. It's time for more. And I was like, binaural beats, and I put in meditation, and then it said guided meditation, and I was like, and I clicked on it, and then the voice was just so soothing that I was like, oh.
Are binaural beats like when you're asleep it goes?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I think that's beatboxing. I think you're thinking of beatboxing.
Oh, like cowboy?
What?
Cowboy bebop.
Oh, cowboy bebop. I get it. You know what? At work, the cowboy bebop intro played for some reason.
For what?
No,
As you just walked in.
just fucking, I walked in and they saw me and they immediately, they're like, there's that fucking weeb ass kid.
What if every time you walk into work, it's just some anime song that plays for you? It's
I'd actually never show up again.
Dude,
Okay, well, if it was Attack on Titan, if they ever played Sword Art Online, I'd leave.
Ethan's a faggot.
They changed the lyrics. You can clearly, they actually say it over the PA system. They just time it.
Sucking a fat dick cause Ethan's a faggot.
Wow, you're getting really good at that. Yeah, well, you should start making parody music.
I'm a music
You're like
man.
Weird Al Yankovic.
I'm a simple music man. I
Yeah,
make my little silly tunes.
It's a simple, silly little music man waking up at 4 a.m., walking his ass over to the kitchen to drink water.
It's because you're my muse. I get inspired by your little beats.
Oh, yeah. My binaural beats.
You should listen to a didgeridoo.
A didgeridoo?
Do you know what that is?
It's so funny you bring that up because literally today I was like putting stuff up and I was like, what the fuck is a didgeridoo? Like, I'm not even joking. I straight up thought that to myself today because I was like, what a didgeridoo-da? And I was like, why the fuck did I say didgeridoo-da? What the fuck is a didgeridoo? Kind of how like the gabagool is a real thing.
Is that the worm?
No.
From that YouTube video?
No, the gabagool?
What the fuck is that?
It's like Italian. I don't know what it means. I know it's like Italian or French. I'm not sure.
Like a monster?
What?
What's a gabagool?
The gabagool. You've never heard someone say, give me the gabagool as a joke?
I'm literally thinking of that YouTube video of that like worm that's rapping.
I don't even know which one you're referencing. Are you talking about gangster SpongeBob?
No,
okay, wait. What's a didgeridoo? Okay.
A didgeridoo is like this long pipe from they talk like it. Oh, no, that Australia.
I don't know how I got that from what you did. Oh, for real? Oh, yeah. That's the thing that makes that noise?
Yeah, that's a didgeridoo.
I do know that then. I just didn't know that was a didgeridoo.
A didgeridoo.
A didgeridoo. You know, I brought up Gangster SpongeBob because I remember watching that when I was young. Do you ever remember watching Gangster SpongeBob?
Nope.
Ever?
Nope.
It was the stupidest thing. It was called Gangster SpongeBob, and it was literally like a slideshow of gangster images of SpongeBob. You've seen the picture? I'm sure it's just SpongeBob with like a fucking Glock or some shit.
I feel like I have.
Yeah, you probably have. I found out who made that video, and you'll never believe me, but I promise I'm telling you the truth. Our friend Armando made that video, forgot about it. It went like super viral, and then he just came back to that channel and was like, oh shit, why do I have so many subscribers and like over 60,000 or something views? And I was like, what'd you say? Turns out he made Gangster SpongeBob. We were all little children and posted it on YouTube. That's cool. I watched it. Talk about fate.
I know. And then you used to make out with him every day after school.
Oh, really?
In theater, I remember.
Oh, you would make out with him?
No, you would make out. No. And then you would even finger blast him underneath the bleachers.
No, that's not true. I never saw anyone get finger blasted underneath the bleachers.
Well, then they did a good job of hiding it.
That's such a trope that I didn't hear of, and I don't think I ever caught anyone.
The trope of going underneath the bleachers and making out.
Does anyone actually do that? It's such a trope that I feel like you'd get caught so easily.
I've never heard of anybody ever doing that. You know what? At our school, it was a thing though to go behind the baseball field.
That makes sense. That's where I crashed a car that wasn't mine.
Well, I'm pretty sure we all crash cars that aren't ours. I guess crash into cars that aren't ours.
Yeah, but I was driving the car that I crashed that wasn't mine.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense. Right behind that baseball field in our high school.
What was the other car doing back there?
Huh? I crashed it into a pole, not another car.
Oh.
With my epic driving skills.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was because I was driving in reverse.
It's because you were driving, period.
That's true, though. I did not want to be the one to drive initially. They told me I was going to be the one to drive. I went, okay, sure. I know this road, and it's just a quick reverse and then a go forward. Except after doing it so many times, I got confident. And when you're confident in something you shouldn't be confident in, it's so dangerous. And we needed one last shot, like one last take. We had the shot, and then we were like, let's do one more for safety. So we did. And on that, I knew it was the safety one, and I always fuck around at the very end of a safety shot, always. And I did like the reverse thing. I did the pull forward thing. And I said, fuck your baby, bitch. Because the whole point was that it's like a witch trying to get her baby back from us or some shit. I don't remember. It's a weird ass video. And I was like, fuck your baby, bitch. And I reversed to go over the speed bump again to act like I ran over the baby. And when I went over the speed bump, I guess since it's a curved road, my brain didn't remember that and went straight. But I was already turned this way. So I went boom. And then it went down a dip and went straight into the poles right there. The momentum carried us, and I was like, the whole time I was just like, oh.
So you're saying you ran into a pole?
I rammed.
I really wish that was me. I wish I was like
between two poles actually. I rear-ended the poles, bro. I rear-ended two poles at the same time. And funny enough, I called my mom that day. Because we all had to stop everything we were doing, right? So I called my mom and I'm like, hey mom, I just crashed a car that isn't mine, right? And she was out, right? She was out dancing or getting drunk and shit. And she says, and I can tell she's drunk because she was like slurring her words. She was like, Ethan, leave. You can't stay there. You gotta leave. Run away. And I said, what? And then she's like, you gotta run. You gotta get out of there. Run away, Ethan. Don't stay. Don't stay. And I was like, I'm hanging up now. You're drunk. And I hung up on her. I was so like upset by that. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry, but I would have been your mom too.
For real?
I'd just fucking leave. No one's gonna know.
Except everyone was there, including the adults. Like even the teacher was there. Know that. I guess not. That's true. She probably just thought you and your stupid friends were filming a stupid video and you did something stupid, and now you should escape with that and leave them to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, if like nobody was there, I would just.
There's too many adults there.
So fast.
There were.
I wouldn't have even called anybody. I would just left.
That's insane. I could never.
But also, they were there, so I would have stayed.
Especially because our friend Bonnie was there too, and it was their friend's car that we were borrowing. So if I had left, I would have felt even worse, just ditching that person with their friend to deal with the fact that I crashed the car.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, and then I gave them my car for like, I want to say 2 weeks, while I raised money to fix their car. $2,000 was the goal. We raised $1,000. I gave them the money, and my mom forced me to go get my car back, even though I didn't finish the $2,000. She was like, if you can get that fucking car back, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, shit. Okay. So I went and I was like, hey, I'm here for my car. And they're like, oh yeah, here you go. And I was like, thanks. And I drove away, and I was like, I am the worst human being on this planet, and I will die early one day because of this. Like, I was just like, all the karma's gonna hit me at once one day. And I guess it did, didn't it?
Did you ever pay back those other 1,000?
No.
You will one day. I feel like you will.
It's so funny you brought that up because it's literally on my mind like every other week. I'm just like, I still gotta pay that $1,000 back. I know exactly where they live. I could just once I have enough money, just write the check. What if go over there one day? And
one day you do have enough money and you get all that money for them, and you're like, yes, I'm gonna go. And then just like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it's just an empty lot where they used to live, and all the houses are there, but it's just barren.
I would then call Bonnie, and I'd ask Bonnie for that person's name and if they still have their number.
And then what if Bonnie was like, what are you talking about? Who's that? They never existed.
I'd straight up start losing my mind. I'd go into psychosis.
We never made that video.
I'd go into psychosis and then find a random person's car to crash and then give them $2,000. Here's $2,000. Just take it, please.
Wait, you'd give them double?
Yeah, I'd have to. Because it was $2,000 initially, and I only owed $1,000. But if I recrash another person's car, it's going to be another $2,000 theoretically.
But what if the damage you do isn't $2,000?
I'd cry. I'd be like, no, I can't do this anymore.
You're gonna have to slam your pole twice to that car.
I have to really stick it in. You know?
You're really gonna have to damage that car with your pole.
Yeah. And then I guess it'd be an endless cycle of me finding another random person's car to crash to try and make up for that, and then not having the right amount of money and continuing the cycle.
You need therapy.
What's up?
I'm not gonna repeat myself.
No, I'm good. Look at me. I'm literally the pinnacle of positive mental health.
Me too.
Everyone who knows me would totally vouch for that. Especially my exes. They would all vouch that I'm the pinnacle of positive mental health. I can guarantee it.
You didn't have to bring up your exes.
I didn't, but I felt like if anyone could say I was the worst in terms of mental health, it would be them.
And me.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but who has good mental health?
Some people probably. There's probably people.
I've never met somebody who has good mental health.
That's just your mental illness speaking.
I do have mental illness.
That's your mental
I'm
illness.
gay and I have mommy and daddy issues.
Yeah, the gay is the bigger one. I think that's the biggest issue.
And if people say they don't have mental illness, they're lying to themselves. Because they just don't know it yet.
That's your toxic trait, is thinking everyone in the world has mental illness.
Okay, but they do. Because like you have to be fucked up from something.
Maybe.
Everyone is fucked up from something. They just don't know how to admit it and how it affects them.
But what if not everyone is?
I know like every person in my life. Something about them.
So you surround yourself with people who.
No, I just microanalyze everybody a little too much. And I'm like, oh yeah,
it's just subconscious.
That makes sense. Why you're
for
like
people
that.
Similar to you. That's why. You don't surround yourselves with the
I'm
goody
an
two shoes. Yeah, you're just such an empath.
And like I can like understand people's energy.
Bro, I loved those empath memes when they were around. Me, person stuck underneath their car. Me, an empath, sensing they're hurting right now. I believe there are people out there who are just fine, who are just normal. I haven't met them yet.
Name one person. Exactly.
Bro, I don't know. Maybe Obama. I don't know.
Obama?
Maybe Obama's chilling.
That man aged so fast over 4 years, bro.
He was the president, bro. All right, I don't know.
Exactly. That should give you mental health.
Okay, maybe but
being
pre-presidency Obama might have been a normal person.
I know Obama can lay pipe.
You know what?
I just know.
I admit that I have thought that once too. I've been like, I feel like Obama is probably just a freak in the sheets.
That man's nasty. I just know it. Like Michelle?
Sexual style. That's Obama. Obama's literally busting it down sexual style. He's good with
the sauce. Yeah. And he busts it down sexual style every time.
For real.
That was his presidency. He busted it down sexual style every day.
For real. I still remember when they released the video and it's just Obama and he grabs a cookie and there's a cup of milk and the cookie doesn't fit. And he puts it down and he goes, "Thanks, Obama." Just embracing the "Thanks, Obama" memes. And I was like, you know what? I like that guy. I was such a simple person. That's all it took to sway me. That video, I'd vote for this man till the end of the earth.
What about woo you? Is it because
I think if he whipped out his penis right after?
Is the cookie a metaphor for his big fat juicy cock and how it doesn't fit in that tight little white hole?
Bro, my God. How are you? That is your superpower, bro. Taking anything and just making it so fucking sexual.
It's a mental illness.
You're right.
Hypersexualization.
Is it really? Is that like a thing? I mean, it sounds like a thing. The way you said that made me believe everything you just said. I guess there is like sex addicts. People who are addicted to sex, maybe.
They're looking.
Yeah. What?
No, nothing. No, I will not have sex with you.
No, that's not. Okay. We already do. It's fine. Okay. It's like I don't gotta ask for that.
No, it's fine. Like you don't.
It's fine. I mean, you've just been avoiding me for a week. It's fine.
But I'm mad. Like
it's cool.
Should have told me you're putting it in the other hole.
Golfing is not the same thing. It's not.
It was more like.
Yeah.
No, you pissed me off. Now this podcast is gonna be horrible.
Oh really?
Because the vibes are off.
It's because that's the mental illness speaking. It's time to speak.
I'm mentally ill with a big fat juicy ass.
My mental illness? It's my big throbbing juicy ass cheeks.
My thunderous ass. That clap with every step.
My red flag? I can't walk 2 feet without my ass cheeks clapping.
No, it's like putting a bell on a cat or a duck, but it's you with your ass just
bro,
like.
Bro, it's got to be thunderous.
No.
Damn. You know, I haven't met anyone whose ass cheeks actually clap when they walk. I don't know if that's a thing.
I saw a TikTok yesterday.
Huh?
And I don't know if it was BBL, but it was a girl who literally, the TikTok was just her walking in front of the camera and like sitting down. But like the way her butt moved was just like, bro, 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 bro. And then she sat down and her butt just went, like it just flattened out on the seat. Like if I sat down like this, but like her sides like extended like over here. And I was like surgery? Oh, I don't know if that's natural, but it's moving like water. It was very strange. And I don't know how I feel
I'm gonna need to see that video for reference, just to help you determine.
I can reenact it for you.
No, I can
reenact it for you.
I'm gonna need the evidence. I'm gonna need the receipts.
I can reenact it on.
I just feel like you couldn't. I feel like you couldn't.
And the seat's your face.
I wasn't expecting that one. I just feel like you couldn't really do it as good as the video, probably.
You see, we don't see each other for this long, and we're just super H-word.
For real, huh? It's like, damn. What kind of horny energy are we taking out of each other every time we see each other?
It's because we're Leos.
True. It's just the Leo in us wanting to flirt and fuck everything.
The number of people who just unclick because they found out we're both Leos.
I mean, I'm a fuck. What's a liked sign?
I don't know.
Cancer. I'm a Pisces. No, everyone hates Pisces. I'm a Sag. I'm an Aries. I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Zebra.
Period.
What?
I said I'm a Leo.
Yeah, me too. Our birthdays are literally 4 days apart. Yeah, 4 days apart. All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. That is crazy.
You're 4 days older than me, right? That would make you 4 days older.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. This guy doesn't look a day older. I couldn't think of a good enough joke, and I want to edit this part out now. Please, Ethan, just edit that part. Oh. It was part of the aesthetic, you know?
The whole ass cable's coming out.
Do you want to move it? I'm already editing out that entire section. I'm just kidding.
Oh, it looks so much better.
Hey, fuck yeah.
There's my leg.
Oh, wait. We've never stopped talking.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. I didn't make a cringe joke.
Is petroleum jelly made of? How the fuck do you say it?
Petroleum jelly?
Yeah.
What the fuck is petroleum jelly?
You know how like when you get like burned or something, they put like.
Oh yeah. It's made of petroleum, and then they take what's it called, Jello mix, and they mix it with petroleum, and then they just rub it on the wounds. It's really effective. Fun fact: if you take Jello mix and you just microwave it, and then you drink it freshly hot, it'll ruin your throat forever. In case you were curious about that.
How the fuck would you know that?
I would just assume. I did have to do it in high school.
Remember?
But I didn't fuck up my throat. But it's what Mr. Herbert told me. I don't know why. Like I fucking glitched on.
Sherbert.
I fucking just stun locked.
Sherbert.
Mr. Sherbort.
Ice cream.
Mr. Horbert.
Mr. Horbert.
Mr. Horbert. Is what he told me. He was like, don't drink it immediately out, or it's gonna hurt your throat.
Why was he giving you hot Jello?
Because my voice died and I had to sing for the musical.
You couldn't just drink warm water?
No, because my horse throat needed to be coated with something. Like straight up, it's like such a temporary fix. I now know what they were doing, and it's fucked up now that I think about it.
Like, we're gonna need to
No.
coat up that throat of yours, Ethan. Too bad we're all out of Jello.
No, bro, please.
Oh no!
Ever heard the term throat goat, Ethan? I'm about to show you what that means. But,
bro.
So they're just coating it because it's like, think about fucking getting, I don't know, like you have a cut on your outside of your skin,
and you use petroleum jelly on it.
Say you have a cut on your hand and you put petroleum jelly on it, but it's only just so it can temporarily block your cut from touching anything. It's like a Band-Aid.
That's what it does.
Yeah. It's like a Band-Aid, right? But the thing is, the Band-Aid without any medicine on it does nothing except just keep you from hurting it more.
Well, I'm pretty sure it irritates it.
Yeah. Warm Jello does the same thing for your hurting throat, so that you don't hurt it you don't hurt it more while you're singing. But don't help anything. It still hurts. You're still in pain. You can just now talk normally again. I had a lot of weird shit happen to me right before performances.
Like what?
I remember, I think it was 4 a.m. I know you're out there. That night before, I got fucking, what's it called? I was gonna say paralyzed. Sleep paralysis. There we go. I just got paralyzed, bro. I couldn't walk ever again. I got sleep paralysis.
No context on that. Just keep on going.
I got sleep paralysis the night before our performance. And when I woke up in sleep paralysis, it was the most terrifying thing of my life, right? And so I desperately tried to move, and I eventually was able to, but you're not supposed to try to move when you're like in sleep paralysis, because you can hurt yourself. And that's what happened to me. I fucking almost pulled my whole leg out of its socket, it felt like. And I had a limp. And then I had to use crutches because it was actually really painful. And I was on crutches the whole day. I don't know if you remember that. I was like on just fucking crutches because I just fucking hurt my leg really badly.
Oh, you're just those bitches who like to be on crutches all the time to attract attention.
To really just show how fucking strong my upper body is.
Oh my god.
Ouchies.
So sorry for me.
Oopsies.
I can't play sports because I'm in crutches.
Did you guys see my crutches yet? You want to sign my cast? But yeah, I remember I was really against crutches too because I suck with crutches. I was like, I don't think upper
body strength.
It's also because I had no hand-eye coordination, bitch. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I very often not go at the same spot that I'm like. Crutches is all about balance, and I had no balance. And so I was trying my best to not have to use crutches that day. And it was such a mistake because I made my leg so much worse that day by trying not to use crutches. That I should have just fucking used the crutches and gone through the day. Anyways, come performance time, I'm like, well, fuck it. It's not like I can use the crutches on stage. So I just powered through it, and it was in a lot of pain. And I was like, whatever. And then there was that shit where the fucking makeup would always get into my eye when we're doing the black and white shows.
It's because you're a sweaty man, bro.
It is. But you're I'm just saying, man. There was always something that fucking happened. I've lost my voice like 2 different times. And then the part that pisses me off the most about that whole black and white story is we were doing theater for competition and shit. So we're competing, right? And in order to keep it from like falling off and into my eyeballs, they're like, we're gonna try this hairspray. And I was like, fuck yeah, you say it's gonna work, I believe you. And so they hairspray my face, and I was like, epic. Now the makeup's gotten into my eye a couple times already. I'm used to that feeling. But this time with hairspray, it took on a whole new form. It created, I swear, it created mustard gas on my skin or some shit, bro. Like the hairspray mixed with the makeup spray shit that we were using for the black and white shit got in my eye and destroyed me. It rocked my world.
You know why? Because he sprayed your face with the makeup, face with makeup, but you sweat from your head.
Yep.
It just came from your head all the way.
That's exactly
down
what happened.
With the makeup and the hairspray and into your eyes.
Yes, that's exactly what happened,
dude. And for marching band, I remember I'd be marching sometimes, and I'd sweat so much because of the hat that we would wear.
Yeah.
That my own sweat would just leak down and it would burn the fuck out of my eye. So I could just imagine how much it would burn with hairspray
and makeup. It was so bad, and it was in the middle of our performance, so I had to just keep on going. I remember I went to our friend Raul, and I grabbed him on the shoulder as tight as humanly possible. I'm pretty sure I heard him when I grabbed him, and he looked at me, and I can remember out of the eye that could still see, I could see his scared face when he looked at me, and I looked at him and I went, I can't see, guide me, because I just had to rip out my contacts because my contacts absorbed all the fucking makeup and shit. So I literally just got
my eyes are tearing up from this story.
I literally reached into my eyeball, bro. This is how desperate I was. I reached in, grabbed the contacts, and I think our friend Xenia was there, and I just looked at her and I was like, my contacts, save them, please. And I gave them to her, and then I went to Raul, grabbed his shoulder and went, I can't see, help me, you have to guide me. So he did. We did the whole sequence. My fucking mustache, my fake mustache started falling.
I mean, I remember that. Actually, I do remember that.
The only good thing that came out of that was our lead actor was genuinely terrified when I showed up to shoot him with the gun, because he said I looked like demon spawn because all I had was red flaring eyes with these streaks down my face, and I was just pointing a gun at him, and I was just like screaming my lines because of the pain I was in, and he was like and then
he shit his pants on stage.
He shit his pants and then came because he realized he thought it was hot as well. And then the judges were racist as shit and didn't pass us on because they were fucking racist assholes. And because apparently the judge that judged us the harshest, her husband already saw the show 2 competitions back where we got first place, and he told her everything about it. So there was no surprise for her, and the magic was gone. She knew everything that was going to happen in our show. And so she wasn't impressed because she already knew.
Little bitch.
Right? And that fucked up. That's fucked up. If you're watching this, random ass person,
lady,
fuck you, lady. And fuck the other 2 judges who were racist.
Nah, but also the other schools were really fucking good.
They were.
They were like top tier, like
they were
actors, and like every show had singing involved in it.
That was our senior year. That's the wrong year.
Oh, but we also went to see that too. That we went to the same place.
Yeah, but we had different competition that year because the big Dallas schools came to us that year instead, and oh my god, they kicked our ass, dude.
They did kick our ass.
I mean, I've never felt my ass get kicked before in theater until that day. That's
all. The other time is because the other school from here beat us.
Yep. With the monologue show. The show that was just one big monologue.
It was a one act.
Yep.
One man act.
One man act. And you know what? I gotta give him props. The lead actor acted his ass off. He deserved awards. The rest were carried hard by him.
Oh yeah.
Please for me eat.
Yeah, I remember.
It was so bad, but you know, whatever. But yeah, no, we got our ass
those
kicked.
Dallas schools though were so good. I remember like sitting there, and then they were singing and dancing and grooving. I was like, I didn't. Either could be this good in this level. It was
insane,
crazy.
and their fuck ups felt like it was part of their show. When that big ass like cage thing they had on stage fell, and then the actor who had to monologue through that just seamlessly made it look as if it was all part of his monologue. The whole time I was just like, I know that wasn't intentional, because I saw one of the fucking like stage hands slightly off stage go and get pulled back because they freaked out over it falling, and I was like, so that wasn't intentional, but it was so beautiful how you handled that, and I'm so mad.
I don't even remember.
You remember that?
It's probably how flawless it was. I don't even remember.
It was so good. And the moment I knew we lost was when the one that I thought was the worst out of all of them was still so good. It had a scene where the guy gets shot in the head. They hold him hostage, they shoot him in the head. It was the most realistic death I've ever seen on stage.
That's the one with the little girl, right?
Yeah, that was the big singing one. Yeah, and they shoot him in the head, and he did that like perfectly, like the way his body ragdolled flawlessly. I just watched and was like, oh no, we're fucked.
The casting for that was really good, fucking good too.
The
There's
casting
like
for
this
all the
little
fucking
girl
shows.
at the end who like turns out she was like the murderer the entire time. It was just a little girl, and she looked like she was 12.
She did.
She looked like she was a little girl.
Yeah.
And like the way she was dressed was everything was to a T. And like they end up killing her. Like killing her. They like give her pills to like fall asleep and die.
Yep.
And then she like gets up and she like takes a pill out.
God,
and then she
so
just
good.
like looks at the crowd and then she like drops it and she like turns around and
She like skips away,
out.
right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then it's like the most ominous fucking music. I remember getting chills after that and I was like,
the music
fucking
choices
bitch.
were so beautiful. It was just so unfair almost.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I mean, it's fair because they're the same grade level as us. Sure, they have like better budgets and shit.
they have fucking money. You could tell.
But like, at the end of the day,
and
acting
teachers who
can-
taught them.
Oh shit, yeah. Acting is the end all be all, and they just were leagues ahead of us.
Yeah,
in that
they're crazy.
category too, and I'll always respect it. I'll always remember the feeling everyone had when we all went back to our like room that we were dedicated to.
Yeah,
and we're like,
fuck.
like, and our teachers were like, don't feel like we still have it.
Nah,
and
they
we were
knew.
like,
They knew too.
yeah, they did, they
knew
did, but they
it.
were trying
Fuck.
so hard to not let everyone be depressed. And it was so weird because we went from depressed as fuck to everyone accepting it and being like, hee hee, this is so stupid.
You know what?
now.
I feel like it's because we're so used to like
Losing.
losing.
Yeah.
Like when
Always coming so close and then losing on this exact
yeah,
same
because
spot.
it was always taken from us. We were always so good, like in the area,
yeah.
but then when we would leave out of here, it was
Yep.
low tier. We were
I know,
very
we
low
were so
tier.
good here and like we were here in the first 3 rounds. We were always 2 rounds. We fucking killed it.
Yeah, here. Sorry, I meant area here, like this.
Yeah,
little
yeah,
area.
yeah. And then
But not like the big area.
yeah. Well, sometimes when we traveled, we'd still win. But then it was on that 3rd travel, we'd always get fucked. And it was always 4th place. Because top 3 move on. We would always get 4th place. Even that year, we got 4th. But that year, it wasn't as close. It wasn't like a tie for 3rd and we lost the fucking coin flip like we did our sophomore year, which was so fucking stupid as well.
That happened.
It do happen. But yeah.
You know what I want to talk about?
Yes.
Sleep paralysis. You brought it up, and now I can't stop thinking about sleep
It's
paralysis.
terrifying, but let's talk about it.
What's your experience with sleep paralysis? How many times have you gotten it?
Once. That one time.
Just only one time?
Yes, because I've just been I like read up on it after that, and I just do everything in my power to just avoid it. So instead, my body replaced it with cramps at night.
Oh.
All right, you don't want sleep paralysis? Fine. Here's cramps, bitch.
How was the experience of sleep paralysis?
Terrifying. I remember waking up, and I was not sure if I was in a dream because I couldn't move.
Mm-hmm.
And so my initial thought was, oh, I'm in a dream. What's this dream going to be like? Maybe I'm finally lucid dreaming and I can do whatever I want. No, there's like fucking demons and shit, bro. There was like, it's because my room, the way it was set up then, is very dark. I had like dark curtains, so there's no light coming in. But my window was right on my right side, and it was perfect level for something to open it and like grab me and shit like that. And so I heard my window, open up and shit. And I was just being like, oh God, no, fuck. I want to wake up from this dream right now. Let's move and pinch ourselves or something. And that's when I was like, hey, yo, what the fuck?
What?
And like my fucking curtains, they were like, they formed weird to look like shapes, right? But sometimes they look like humans. And even my closet, which I always left open for some reason, with the clothes in there, looked like people. And so eventually it just started all forming. Like it's like when it's pitch black and your eyes start just making,
Yeah, like,
it doesn't even make shapes. Sometimes my eye just sees like colors.
oh, okay. I get you.
Yeah. And so it's like that, and it starts forming, right? And this time it forms completely. It doesn't form like a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It forms completely into like a mold of a person, or like a mold of like, it's terrifying. And they're just like,
Were your eyes open?
Yeah, my
Your eyes
open.
were completely open the entire time?
I'm pretty sure. Well, it was like pitch black in my room, so either I was perfectly remembering my room, or my eyes were open. It felt like my eyes were open though. This was a long time ago, But yeah, and I remember my biggest fear was this one corner of my room right by the door. There's a door right here, and there's just this corner here, and I don't know why that corner always gave me the wrong vibe. Ever since I went to that fucking haunted tour thing, it always gave me the wrong vibe. Yes, always. That corner always gave me the wrong vibe, and I hated it. And I always put my computer was ever so slightly away from that corner because it could only be in that area. So it was always just slightly away from the corner, and never had anything in that corner. And I'd always make sure when I opened my door to hit the corner because I was like, fuck that corner. Fuck whatever's there. Fuck you. Well, my brain was like, oh my God, it must be the thing in the corner. And sure enough, my brain starts imagining something in the corner, right? And it's like bigger than the rest. And I'm like, I'm going to die. I'm straight up going to die. I got to get out of here. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm dreaming anymore. Was like the scariest part is when your brain goes from, I don't think this is a dream, buddy. After you've imagined all the monsters. So then you're just like, what do you mean it's not a dream? And then that's when I started like tugging on my like body to move. And it's all mental is the thing. Like your brain is just sending the signals to move, and it's just not moving until eventually it does. And for me, it was so violent when I moved. It was like I just fucking flung, bro. Like flung myself. And I was like, oh, my leg. And then like my sight kind of like fixed itself. Because nothing is ever actually pitch black dark.
Okay.
Like you could always see no matter what in darkness. My eyes fixed itself and I could now see the normal shapes of my room. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? What time is it? 5 a.m.? Oh, fantastic. I gotta be up in an hour.
Dude, that's horrible.
How many times have you had sleep paralysis?
I've had sleep paralysis so many times I can't count.
That's terrifying.
Like, truly cannot count. And I've experienced sleep paralysis since I was very small.
Oh shit.
And when I was very small, I used to have very vivid dreams. Like in my dreams, I could move around and I could talk and do whatever the fuck I want.
So you had like lucid dreams when you were small?
Yeah. And I would sometimes like be able to walk around in my room while I was asleep.
Like in real life?
No, like in my dream.
Okay.
I'd
you saw yourself sleeping?
I would dream of like my room and I would walk around.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you were like astral projecting where like you could see yourself as well.
I couldn't see myself. But like I just knew I was asleep the entire time.
Right. Yeah.
And every time I get sleep paralysis, I don't move. Like it's almost like if you close your eyes and like you can like feel everything around you.
Yeah.
That's how my sleep paralysis is. I don't see, like my eyes are closed.
Yeah.
I can't see anything and I can't move and I can't breathe.
Oh.
So like my like complete body's just like and every time I like wake up like that, I know I'm like fuck, like literally I go fuck, like I have sleep paralysis again. And like I just like try to move my arm like or try to like fall off the bed. But I'm never, it always feels like I'm close to the edge, but I'm never close to the edge of the middle.
Yeah.
And I usually wake up and I'm like because I can't breathe the entire time and I'm in sleep paralysis.
Right.
So when people say they have like a sleep paralysis demon and like this sleep paralysis like scary shit, I've never experienced that. My sleep paralysis is always like it's like my brain wakes up first and I'm cognizant of what's happening. Yeah. But my body just can't move and I can't breathe. And it's so fucking scary. Yeah. And so then I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, like just fuck that. Yeah. And then usually I'll like stay on my phone for a little bit and then like go back to I get scared because I'm like, I don't want to do it. Like I don't want it to happen again. And sometimes it'll happen twice in a night. Yeah. She sucks even.
That's crazy.
But it used to happen like very, very often.
Being scared to go to sleep is such a strange feeling. Because like,
I still get scared or anxious to go to sleep.
Every night I'm anxious to go to bed because I'm like, what body part is gonna seize up in the middle of the night and wake me up? You know, I'm like, what's gonna happen? Which demon of my body is gonna tense up and become rock solid and fight me?
For me, I get anxious to sleep because my dreams are very vivid. My dreams are very like. Every night I go to sleep, I have like a dream that's very real.
So, like, do you still lucid dream? Like, able to move around in your dreams?
I feel like if I tried to, I could. because like my dreams, like I remember my dreams
Mm-hmm.
when I wake up, and then throughout the day I just fucking forget.
Yeah.
Because like every night is like I have a dream about something. It's some weird shit. And sometimes it scares me to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what am I gonna...
Because I know one of the biggest side effects they say of lucid dreaming is sleep paralysis. And I've never been lucky enough or unlucky enough, I guess, to some, to lucid dream. I've never done it in my entire life.
I have. Like,
I'm so jealous.
I specifically remember last year, I did it once and I haven't done it forever.
Yeah.
Probably since before I started smoking weed.
Okay.
So like maybe once or twice in high school.
Mm-hmm.
But it happened to me like a year or two ago.
Uh-huh.
And I remember waking up and then, or no, not waking up. It's falling asleep but waking up in my dream.
Right.
And being like, oh shit, I'm in my dream. And then like this like wave of like just like, oh, you know, have you ever gotten anxiety where it's like really warm and like your chest warms up and it gets kind of scary?
Yeah.
That's how I felt in my dream. And literally in my dream I went, nope. And I woke up. I remember I woke up and I was like, fuck that. Like I was literally lucid dreaming. Like I was fully cognizant in my dream, and like I knew I was in my dream.
Yeah.
Ugh, and it was so scary.
Uh-huh.
Because I haven't done that since I was a baby or since I was younger.
Yeah. I love lucid dreaming TikTok. Because it's both so wondrous and so creepy.
Mm.
So people talk about their experience, and one person's like, me at a partying in my dream with all my favorite celebrities and stuff. And they're like, me, this is so crazy. What a strange dream. Them. Mm-hmm. And then me, why'd you guys stop dancing? What do you mean a dream? And they're like, well, how do you know this is a dream? And like,
no, fuck that.
And I went to the comments, and the comments were all like, why do they always get so mad? And they're all like relating to it. They're like, the second you mention it's a dream, they get so mad. One time I hid upstairs, like in my house, and locked the door because it felt like a zombie survival moment for me. Because everyone got mad in my neighborhood and came like at me, and I was like, what the fuck? And then someone was like, yeah, one time I had to lock myself in this tower and blah, 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 blah. I was a knight in that dream. But the second I told everyone, they all tried to kill me. And I'm like, what the fuck?
No,
what is lucid dreaming? But then they're like, last night just went and partied and drank with my favorite celebrity in my lucid dream, and it was so fun. Or last night just had $1 million and did everything I've ever wanted to, and it was so fun. And then there's like, last night a demon tried to fucking kill me in my dream, and I couldn't escape it, and so I had to imagine the Avengers to help me. And people do use lucid dreaming for that as well. They're like,
oh, I was about to say, in high school, like few times, that's why I said I had it in high school like 1 or 2 times.
Yeah,
because I remember lucid dreaming about a guy that I had a huge crush on. He was in band.
Yeah,
and I remember being in this dream and be like, literally, I lucid dreamt so much when I was a kid that I knew how it worked.
Right.
Which is so weird to say out loud now because I feel like I've kept it to myself for so long.
Yeah.
But like, in my dreams, I would look at somebody and I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm dreaming. And I'd be like, kiss me. And they would kiss me.
Right.
And I'd be like, fuck yeah, like I'm in a lucid fucking dream. Yeah. So what I would do in these lucid dreams is before bed I would think about the person that I want to dream about, and then I would dream about them,
right?
And then it'd be like, kiss me, and we'd make out in my dream. Yeah. I don't think I've ever fucked in a dream, but I have had very realistic sex dreams.
I've never really had like a sex dream.
Is that a wet?
Yeah, when you wake up and you're like, oh my god, I'm covered in my cum. Yeah, that's a wet dream.
But I'm not covered in my cum when I wake up.
Then you didn't have a wet dream. You just had a sex dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I've never...
That's the one thing I couldn't do. If I lucid dreamt, I don't think I would want to fuck anyone. Just because if you do, like no matter what, you're going to come in real life. If you come in, like, you come in your dream, you come in real life.
Oh, but like, you don't want that lucid, all over you?
I don't. Straight up, I don't. I'd rather just not get pussy in my dreams. then wake up covered in cum.
Did I talk to you this podcast about the guy whose dick made a noise?
No.
So
oh my god.
Off topic, but
right.
I hooked up with this guy one time.
Okay.
And I was like getting to know him and stuff, and I went to his place one time and he had roommates. And I got to know their roommates. We'd hang out a little bit. And for bed, we'd all say goodnight, and then we'd all go to our like rooms. So I would go into his room with him and we lay down, whatever. And then we'd like not like footsies, but we'd like play around in bed because like we really wanted to
of course.
But like we were being like stupid cute about it. It's kind of disgusting looking back at it. And so we like got into it, and I had finished my business. It was time for him. Now this man was tall as fuck.
Yeah.
And his thing was, it wasn't thangin', but it was a thick boy.
Right. So you had to like climb down, you know,
it was
get down there.
Like a thick boy. It wasn't, it was like a stump.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Anyways, so
like a chode but long.
I'm trying to finish off this man.
Okay.
And I'm like laying down next to him, like giving him a little handy.
Okay.
And when he finishes, his dick literally goes. It's like his cum literally went.
You have told me about this.
It like made a noise. I've never hooked up with anyone whose cum made a noise.
Bro, it was his fucking cheese coming out.
And I just remember being like, I was like, did you? And he's like, yeah. He also did it underneath the covers and then fell right asleep. So
nightmare.
The reason I'm mostly telling you this is because he finished and fell asleep.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. But what shook me was the fact that and also the fact that his dick made a noise. It was like a queef, but for guys.
Maybe it's a normal thing. To me,
I've never met up with a guy whose dick makes a noise.
To me, it makes me think that it's just chunky cum.
That's what I thought so too. I didn't touch it.
Good. It's like cottage cheese, you know? You eat that shit up.
So if your reference is to cum is cottage cheese and you've only ever seen your cum.
I said chunky cum. I'm referring to the chunky cum that came out of the fucking stub.
Are you telling me the consistency of your cum is cottage cheese?
No, I'm not. I'm saying the consistency of his cum that went is cottage cheese.
Because then I would understand why I wouldn't want that on me either.
At least I don't fucking sleep in my cum like that guy. Listen, here's a lesson to all of you. Just don't sleep in your fucking cum. If you cum on your sheets or on your pants or on your underwear, just change it.
Don't cum shame them.
Just change it.
Don't cum shame them.
How long does it take to
don't
fucking...
cum shame them.
I'm cum shaming all of you.
Don't cum shame them.
I will. Just change it. Just go wash your sheets. Or if you don't want to do that, fine. Just throw the sheets off. Fucking get new sheets or something. Sleep without sheets. Live with your consequences. Or fucking change your underwear, your pants. I don't care. Just, what's the point? It stank. It's gonna stink, all right? You know what? I know a coworker who fucking does that. You wanna know why? Because you can smell it. It's disgusting. Let me tell you, you can smell it.
Wait. Repeat that?
And not just a coworker. In high school too. There were so many kids back there who would come in their pants and then go to school, and you would smell it. And if you didn't smell it, it's just because, I don't know, you probably thought it was just musk.
I'm a whole ass homosexual. I am very experienced with cum, and I've never walked up to someone who smells like cum.
You've never walked up to someone? No, it doesn't smell like cum. It smells like, I don't know how to explain it. It smells, I guess, yeah, it smells like cum. It smells awful.
I've never met people like cum.
Have you really never?
No.
Bro, I swear there was at least like 5 people in high school who smelled like that. And there's one guy at work who smells like that. And I'm like, you probably just fucking blasted one off before coming here and decided, yeah, I'm just going to leave it on. Oh. And then fucking went to work.
Your superpower is you're hyper aware of
I know everything about cum, I guess. Yeah, right?
You're like, you came 2 hours and a half before coming.
I think it's because when I first, when that first happened to me, like it was just one of the first things like I like picked up on is how fucking awful, like, because the first time ever it did get on me and I was like, don't like that at all. And like it didn't smell bad, but it just smelled like cum. I don't know how to explain it. No.
It was
it was radioactive cum, bro. It was radioactive cum. And if it gets on you, you turn into radioactive cum person.
Your dick makes a noise and it's
the Imagine Dragons, bro. My dick is cringe, is what like, you're saying.
What are those brush tunes or the toothbrush that like
oh my god, bro, like yeah that. Okay, like, I think I know what you're talking about.
You brush your teeth. That's your dick.
That's my dick anytime when it's in use. Just radioactive.
Damn, I cannot say I've ever smelled somebody who smelled like cum.
That's crazy. I think you have, and I just don't think you've noticed the smell because it's a different smell.
Maybe it's because I just smell like cum all the time.
No, you don't though.
Because I'm a cum guzzler.
You don't smell like cum all the time.
All the time?
I would know.
Do I smell like cum sometimes?
I'm trying to think. I think no.
You can
I don't
be
think
honest.
so.
You can be honest, bro.
I don't think you used to be like
modest.
I do think there has been like maybe one time where I think you might have had a hookup, and like leaving, I smelt it. Like just got a whiff of cum, and I'm like, I don't know if it was from you or the person leaving or your room, wherever the cum landed. It stuck for just a little long.
What if you're just smelling sex? Like the sex.
It could be. Yeah, I could be smelling sex, but
you're just really good at smelling pheromones.
Then clean up, all right? If it's sex that I'm smelling, then just go clean up. Just go get yourself cleaned up.
What if he has morning sex and then
okay, you can't fucking hop in the shower for 5 seconds. Turn that shower on, put your dick under the water, clean that shit, and get the fuck to work then.
But like the stink is all over you. It's not just on your peen.
Okay, yeah, but the strongest point will be your peen. It's going to radiate, and it's going to get over your clothes and up and everywhere, and I will smell it. So stop.
Not true. I feel like it's so contained. Like you have your underwear, your pants. Sometimes your shirt hangs over your clothes.
I believe.
What if it's just their entire body smells like peen?
Okay, then fucking take a shower then. You know what? If you had sex before work, just jump in the shower for literally just fucking 2 minutes even. Grab your fucking soap and just power scrub through it. Just wash yourself. I don't know. I think the smell is nasty.
Why does it bother you so much?
I think because it just smells gross, and I feel like...
Is it because it gives you an instant boner?
It does. It gives me a huge boner.
And you hate having to...
I hate boners. You know what? I actually hate having a boner.
You have to
I'm actually anti-sex now. I'm just anti anything sexual. Did you say hammer my boner back in?
Yeah.
That would be the most painful thing I could think of.
That's why you get mad.
It's like, what are those door stoppers? You ever think about that?
No.
You've never thought of your dick as a door stopper? No?
Think of it as a helicopter.
Well, that's flaccid though, bro. Talk about your hard penis. Your erect dong. No? Okay. Just me, I guess.
Leave a
comment in the section below.
No.
If you've ever thought of a peen as a door stopper.
No, stop. That's horrible.
It wasn't that horrible. Someone left a comment on the last one. They responded to our comment question of the day.
Wasn't it Emmy?
Was it? No, I don't think so. It was someone else. Someone I've never seen comment before. I was like, oh. So, yeah. Very cool.
That is very swag money of them.
Swag money. I like that. I've heard it before. It's just I haven't heard it in such a long time. Hearing it again, I'm like, nice.
Pretty sure I heard it from you.
Swag money? Mm-hmm. I did used to say it, but that was like a while ago. I used to also say, I don't remember. Never mind. I tried to remember and I just couldn't. But I used to say something and I can't remember, huh?
You used to say poggers?
I actually used to say bazinga cow. There it is.
No, you used to say that Rick and Morty thing.
Bro, no.
Wait.
Fuck that
What
shit,
is
bro.
that?
I don't
Does it
even
go?
want to
Say
say
it,
it.
'cause I don't know how it
No,
goes.
the fucking fandom's gonna
Wubba
invade.
lubba.
Wubba lubba dub dub. You know who said that? Our friend Raul. He said that religiously.
Call him out.
You know who you are. I still judge you to this day for it. He was also into that Szechuan sauce craze until it got really cringe. When people started screaming, "I want my Szechuan sauce," that's when he realized he was on the dark side, and he was like, "I think I'm done with all of this," and he never referenced Rick and Morty again after that, which is fair, because that was a horrendous situation all around.
I watched for a little bit and then it kind of fell off of it.
You know, I think that's just how the show is, because it happens to me too. I'll watch it a little bit and I'll be like, just got interested in other things, and then I'll come back to it and be like, why did I stop watching? It's so interesting, and then I'll fall off of it again.
Right now I'm watching the show called Summer Camp Island, and it's a Cartoon Network show. I'm super into cartoons still because I'm
mental illness.
Mental illness,
right?
I'm holding on to my childhood,
right,
as much as I can.
Yeah, naturally.
And it's so cute, but it's like 5 seasons.
Oh shit!
It's like a super cute show. It's a very kid show. But the more you go in, it's like getting lore. Like
okay, that's good. We love lore,
and like I want to give the benefit of the doubt to the show because I feel like that's how Cartoon Network shows are. They're like cute in the beginning, and then they start getting like weirdly dark and like deep. Like that's how Adventure Time was.
Yeah,
that's
Teen
how.
Wolf. Oh, okay.
Why do you gotta make everything about a gay TV show?
I thought we could just talk about any TV show right now.
I'm talking about Cartoon Network.
You're right. My bad.
That's MTV.
Continue.
That's MTV.
Right. All right, that's MTV. Cool. Whatever. No, continue. I want to hear more about
Steven Universe.
You're right.
That one got really deep.
Yeah.
Towards the end. You haven't watched any of them.
Yeah.
But it does, and it's
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
It actually does.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just joking. I don't know.
You didn't ever watch it or what?
Yeah, but like I didn't watch it.
Say, Mama sa, Mama kusa.
What? He says that?
So, yeah, Grim says that. He's doing like some spell or some shit. Teen Wolf. It's another one. Sorry, I forgot. Cartoon Network. Continue.
That was it.
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. It's a sad show, actually.
I know. It's literally about a kid who's trying to let go of his, or they're forcing him to let go of his childhood.
For real. Is he an orphan? I don't remember.
The little kid?
Yeah,
no.
I don't remember. No?
So I watched the first episode recently.
It's like with the dog, right? Like a big ass dog or the chomper thing. No? Oh.
There's no dog.
Could have sworn that's how he meets
Maybe later.
Blue.
No. Oh, how he meets Blue?
Is that a later episode?
Probably.
Oh, he's already with Blue in
the first episode, yeah. In the first episode, they're both together in a house with their brother. Well, I guess his house.
Yeah.
And they like make a mess of the house, and they kind of beat up their brother. And in the middle of beating up their brother, because the brother was beating them up,
right?
So then they beat him up back. And then the mom walks in and she's like, "You gotta get rid of this guy. Like, you gotta get rid of your imaginary friend. Like, you need to grow up."
Oh.
So then he takes him there
to the foster home.
Yeah, and then they're like, "You can never come back." They're like, "You're gonna have to just leave him here, and you can't come back. Like, that's just weird." They're like, "Why are you gonna hang around your little kid? Like, leave."
Yeah.
So that's
these
like,
fucking adults hanging around there.
And then at the end, they save the day, and then they're like, "You can come whenever you want."
Yeah, obviously.
And that's how he like comes back every day.
Right.
I recently watched a TikTok though that talked about Coco. Do you remember Coco?
I was literally just about to go Coco, like because of the show.
They're like explaining how her kid is like from, I don't remember. I don't even know what this
oh my God,
fact, but like it was like a kid from I guess abroad, like not in the country, and like they couldn't speak English or something like that.
Right. So that's why she
only says Coco because of something I don't remember, but it's like very sad. Like her backstory of how she was created is actually pretty fucked up.
Damn.
I know.
I feel like every imaginary friend has a fucked up backstory, to be honest. So they just get abandoned by their friend.
It's literally all the little kids. Paralysis monsters. What is
Bro, sleep paralysis demons.
Monsters. Yeah,
they're leaving them over there. If I could do that, I would. Just jump and like just grab the hand of my sleep paralysis demon. Like, come on, buddy, let's go.
What if I don't get sleep paralysis anymore because I've let go of my childhood? You know how like as you get older, you're supposed to like become real and like let go of like imaginary stuff and
yeah,
being creative and work a 9 to 5.
Yeah. I feel that.
What if that's just me losing my innocence?
Bro, you lost your innocence much before. Goes back to really serious talk.
Yeah. Anyways.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how sleep paralysis links to mental illness, to be honest.
Or maybe I just stopped eating before bed.
That must be it. You're right. But, it could be I let go of my childhood and just stop eating before bed. Who knows, honestly. Should go get a sleep study done on you. I totally do a sleep study. Why?
You know why I probably stopped?
Why?
Because I washed my fucking chicken.
Okay. Right.
Maybe that's why.
Cool. Yeah, okay. Sure. That's not I don't think that's it.
And the few times that I like forgot or I ate somebody's unwashed chicken, maybe that's when I got fucking sleep paralysis. Because the worms were like digging into my brain's connections and stuff.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's it.
I think that's like actually pinpoints it. Because now I make my own chicken and I'm perfect.
That's crazy. Yeah. What a weird coincidence. It's not really a causality.
Everything's not as it seems.
It's more like a... Was this a Waverly Place?
Just as a Selena Gomez used to say.
Everything's
not as it seems.
Ding, ding, ding. Doom.
And I love you like a love song, baby.
Okay. Yeah?
They do love you like a love song.
That's weird. Because I don't really like love songs.
I have a love song. I wrote one for you.
You did?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Alright, I gotta like compose myself a little bit.
Right. No, I'm ready. Serenade me. Woo me like Obama would.
Ethan goes by Queefton.
Okay. That's...
I love you, bitch.
Yeah.
And I need you, bitch.
Yeah.
'Cause you're Ethan.
Woo.
And every night when I tuck you to bed, kiss your little face.
Yeah.
And I finger your little home.
Yeah.
And in the morning,
okay,
I look into your eyes. As you say those sweet words.
Yeah. All on the couch.